It's a big one this time, guys. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey guys, it's Jera with Wicked Prepared. Welcome back to our channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and give us a big thumbs up if you like what we have to say. We really appreciate each and every one of our subscribers, our viewers, and all of you who take the time to comment on our videos. Thank you so much. I've got another Prepper Pantry haul for you today. This is a pretty big haul. Things are absolutely crazy out there, guys, honestly. We've got so much going on. We've got a supply chain that's broken. We've got a global energy crisis going on. I think a lot more people are starting to realize you've got to be prepared to take care of yourself, to take care of your family if you've got one, if things keep going the way that they're going. Winter is coming fast. If there's one thing we learned from Texas earlier this year, and really from the last 2 years altogether, it's that you have to prepare for the things that you think could never happen. You have to expect the unexpected. That's really what it's all about. Pray for the best, but prepare for the worst. All right, guys, let's see what we're adding to our Prepper Pantry this week. All right, guys, this is it. This is what we are adding into our food storage this week and our supply storage, because it's not all food items. And it's a pretty big haul this week because this does include my Thrive Life order for the month of October, and it also includes my Amazon Subscribe and Save order for the month of October. So we'll start with what we got from Thrive Life. I did get some Snackies pouches this month. I got 2 pouches of peaches. I got a pouch of vanilla yogurt bites, and I got a pouch of green peas. And after that, pretty much everything I got is in a family can, and it's mostly all stuff that was on sale. I'm actually going to save this for last, save the best for last, because that's something I'm super excited about, so I'll show you after this. I did get 2 family cans of bananas because they're on sale. These are one of my kids' most favorite things. They love the bananas freeze-dried, and to tell you the truth, like, they're so nutritious, and if you think about it, I'm in Maine. Bananas is one of those things that I would never be able to grow myself if I wasn't able to get them at the grocery store, so I like to have plenty of bananas in my food storage, and this is really only one of the only ways that you can really store bananas, but these are absolutely delicious. I know that when we first started buying freeze-dried food, I thought bananas would probably not freeze-dry very well. My kids and my family really wanted to try them. They were begging me to order them, and I just kept saying no, and I finally gave in and ordered them, and they're actually really good. I'm not even a banana person, but what I do with these cans, because these are going to go down in our food storage because these are extra, so I just write on the top of the lid what's in the can and the date that I purchased it. It's just easier for me that way when I'm looking through our stored cans to really tell what I need to use first if I have more than 1 can. I got 2 cans of bananas. I got 1 can of the grilled chicken. That's another thing that's on sale. And then we did get 1 can of Parmesan cheese, which is the only item that's not on sale besides this. Now this is what I am so excited about. Look at this, guys. This is freeze-dried shrimp. I am so excited. I have been wanting freeze-dried shrimp. This is a brand new product that they just introduced. I have been asking for freeze-dried shrimp for a while, and I honestly, when I heard they were releasing this, I honestly felt like they had heard me and answered my prayers, and I'm so excited to try this. So I grabbed a can of that. This Thrive Life did just introduce something brand new just this month. They introduced something called their monthly specials pack, and basically you get one of every item that's in the monthly specials on the flyer, and you get it at a steeper discount than just buying them singly. Now it comes in the pantry cans, so I didn't take advantage of it this month. I didn't try it out, partly because I usually buy the family cans for our family, not the pantry cans, and then the pack did sell out this month, but I was thinking I might actually try one of the monthly special packs and use it as a gift, a Christmas gift, because I think that would be a really good gift idea for someone who's just starting their food storage or someone who hasn't tried freeze-dried food before. Next, we have my Amazon Subscribe and Save order. Most of this is Subscribe and Save. There's a few items that weren't available on Subscribe and Save, so I just ordered them regularly. But I got this shortening powder. I really wanted to have this. This can actually was smaller than I thought it was going to be, smaller than it looked in the picture. But I wanted to try this because I like making shelf-stable baking mixes that are just add water, and I was going to try to make some biscuits, and I wanted to have this for that and some other baking recipes. And then I got a big thing of cumin because we needed to get some more of this, and this was the cheapest price that I found comparing between like Wal-Mart and Amazon. And then I got some of this sugar-free spiced cider packets. This actually was not a great deal, but I'm not even sure if they make this anymore. I have been looking for this and I can't find it anywhere. And just keeping an eye on Amazon, this ended up being the best price that I could find, because I sometimes like to have this in the fall. I can still find the regular packets, but I can't find the sugar-free packets, and I try not to drink a whole lot of sugar. I know the artificial stuff isn't much better for you, but I did get another pack of this emergency burn dressing, because it's a 2-pack. I got one last month in my subscribe and save, and I just wanted to get another pack so we have more on hand. Now these, I got such bizarre things in my subscribe and save this month. These are a couple of powdered ingredients. I love making meals in a jar. I love making freeze-dried complete meals, just add water. And so I like to have every ingredient in a powdered form. This is an example of one of the meals in a jar that I make. This is a taco soup. You can see it's got everything in this jar. It's got vegetables, it's got meat, it's got the seasonings, it's got some sour cream powder in there. Everything is in here. So all I need to do to have taco soup is just add water and cook. So I'm always on the hunt for powdered ingredients that I can add. If I'm trying to make my own recipes for meals in a jar, I can add the ingredients that I usually cook with. So this is apple cider vinegar powder, because I do cook with apple cider vinegar in some of my favorite dishes. And I actually, I've got this before, this Modernist Pantry, and when I turned this over and looked at the package, I happened to notice that this company is right here in Elliott, Maine. I was very surprised to see this. I thought that was really cool. I've never heard of this company before, but they make all kinds of cool powdered ingredients like that. And this one is, I don't know about this one. It says concentrated fermented fish powder, but when I look up fish sauce powder, this is what usually comes up. I've been wanting to bite the bullet and try this for a while, and I finally broke down and did it. Everything is like written in Thai, I guess, so I really can't understand much of what's on the packet besides this concentrated fermented fish powder. I'm looking for a substitute for fish sauce. Fish sauce is one of those ingredients that's in a lot of Thai food, and it smells so disgusting. If you smell it by itself, you would never think you would want to eat it, but it really adds something that's irreplaceable to a lot of Thai dishes. I bought this to try and see if this will work in some of my recipes in meals in a jar. Then, of course, I got another bag of my favorite keto granola. I get one of those every month. I always just make sure I have at least 5 items in my subscribe and save to get the top level of discount. And then these were just some antiseptic towelettes. These were not a subscribe and save. They weren't available that way, so I just ordered them. This is just to add into our first aid kits. Antiseptic towelettes. I thought that was a good thing to have. Next, I got some powdered peanut butter powder. This was a clearance find. I found this in the clearance aisle. It was marked down because the container is dented. I love having peanut butter powder on hand. I like to use this in a lot of my meal in a jar recipes. Well, not a lot, but it would be good for something like a peanut sauce type of recipe. So seeing this on clearance, I grabbed it because they're pretty expensive, and I do not think that the container is compromised, so I'm not even sure that I would repackage this, but if I do, I would either put it into mason jars or Mylar. And then I grabbed this Pure Protein Vanilla whey protein powder, and this actually I got because there's a recipe for like a blueberry energy bite with freeze-dried blueberries that I wanted to try, but I was thinking that this actually would be a pretty decent thing to have in your food storage because it's full of protein, it's full of vitamins and minerals. It would be a really good supplement to add to your diet in an emergency situation. Then I got these rice-a-roni. I got 12 boxes of rice-a-roni. You notice I like to buy things by the dozens. This is all the same flavor, the long grain and wild rice. This is actually an ingredient in one of our favorite recipes, one of my family's favorite recipes to make. So we use this in that, but it's also great as a side dish. And so I got 12 packs of this to add to our food storage. So the next thing I got was a whole bunch of canned goods. You'll notice I'm really trying to bulk up our canned goods. Now this is a lot of, I've got some random stuff in the front, but basically if you notice I'm getting a lot of just basic ingredients, not a lot of convenience foods. This is so that we can cook the recipes that we like to cook, which is kind of the way we like to do things. But that doesn't mean that convenience foods don't have a place in the prepper pantry, because they absolutely do. If you watch my video that I put out in September about National Preparedness Month, and I talked about setting up your first 72-hour food supply, and convenience foods is a really big part of that. So But I basically have been getting basic ingredients that we can make meals out of. Some random things to begin with. I got a can of Keystone pork and a can of Keystone turkey. Now these are pretty expensive, so I tend to get 1 or 2 cans at a time. I'll either get them from Walmart or Amazon, depending on the price, but you really have to watch the price because they've got a lot of people who are marking the prices way up. I pay around between $6 and $7 for these usually, so I would not pay much more than that. Just keep an eye on it. I got 4 of these large cans of crushed tomato with tomato puree because this is something that's used in one of our favorite recipes. So we use quite a lot of those. I got a bunch of these Media Crema by Nestle. These are sold in the like Latino food section of Walmart. They don't have them at every Walmart. I go to 2 different Walmarts and one of them sells these and one of them doesn't. But this is really great stuff, honestly. It's basically like light cream is basically what it is, but you can use this in all sorts of things where you would use cream. I have used this making chicken and dumplings. You can actually make butter out of this. You can make sour cream out of this. This is so versatile for a shelf-stable dairy option. I'm sure this would be great in coffee if you needed something to cream your coffee. So I try to get a few of these whenever I can. So I got 2 or 5 cans of those, it looks like. And then I got a bunch of sauerkraut. I didn't get the whole flat, but I'm the only one in my family who actually likes this, but I really do like it. And I'll throw a pork roast or any kind of pork in the crock pot with some carrots, some onions, and a couple cans of sauerkraut and just cook it up. And that's like something that I can eat that's low carb. So I got sauerkraut, and then I got a whole bunch of canned pineapple. Now I did get, there's 12 each of the crushed and the pineapple chunks. And those, they didn't give them to me in the trays. I actually bought those with a pickup order. And the pineapple tidbits, I actually really prefer to get these, but these were more expensive, so I only got 4 of these. I didn't get a whole dozen. And then we got a dozen of the jellied cranberry sauce. This is something that we love to have on hand. I mean, Thanksgiving is coming up, but also we have a family favorite recipe that uses this as an ingredient. And my kids really love to just have the jellied cranberry sauce as a side dish with just about any meal. So I got a dozen of those, and then I got all kinds of tomato products. These are ones that I did not get the last time I got all my tomato products. Down here I have the 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, and then I have the 16-ounce, I think it's 16, 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce. I have different recipes that use different size cans, so I like to get them both. And then I got the sliced stewed tomatoes. Now, we used to always have stewed tomatoes with our homemade macaroni and cheese growing up, and somebody fed that to me recently, a meal with homemade mac and cheese and the stewed tomatoes, and it was delicious, and I hadn't had it in forever, so I decided I was going to go buy 12 cans of this so we could have that as well. So I don't know if that's just a Maine thing. I grew up having that. Let me know if you have if you've ever had the stewed tomatoes with your homemade mac and cheese. I'm not sure where that comes from. And then I got Italian-style petite diced tomatoes. This is what I was looking for before, and I never could find them. I thought they had stopped making them, and I finally did find them. So I got a dozen of these because it's the petite dice, which I prefer because it's smaller pieces for the kids. You know, they don't balk as much at the chunks of tomato if they're smaller. And it's Italian seasoned because I like to get, if I can get them already seasoned, I do buy plain ones for certain things, but if I'm making an Italian flavored dish, this just cuts down on the seasoning that I have to use. I also get the chili ready if we're making chili or any type of dish that's along those lines. Anytime you can get the tomatoes with some seasonings in them, it cuts down on the other seasonings that you have to add. So I really like to do that. Next, can we talk about the Walmart pickup system for a little bit? I know I'm going to sound like a Walmart ad, but honestly, I really love the Walmart pickup service. I could never just give up going in the store. Usually I'll park, do my pickup order, and then go inside the store to get things I forgot or things that I just like to check out the clearance aisles and see what else is in the store. But they sometimes will give you these little free gift bags. So you get a cute little bag. This is like a reusable shopping bag, which is awesome because now we don't get shopping bags in the stores. We have to bring our own. And they always have it with some free gifts. This one actually did not have that much compared to what they usually have, but I just got another free gift bag like this just a few weeks ago. So this one has a little sample of Lily's sugar-free gummy bears. It has a whole free Airwick scented oil warmer type of thing. It had a free packet of the Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier, which this is really expensive stuff, so I was super excited to get this. And then the last thing is this little keychain flashlight thing that says Wal-Mart on it. It's their advertising, but that's super handy. I was super excited to get this. So I love the Wal-Mart pickup service because they give you these free gift bags from time to time. And I have even gotten 10% off coupons in the little gift bags. I haven't gotten those for a while, but I have gotten them in the past. If you haven't tried the Wal-Mart pickup service, then I think I'll have a link down in the description where if you sign up and you've never used it before, you can save $15 on an order of $50, I believe. I did that when I first started using it. It's pretty awesome. Okay, the next thing I got is this. I got for one reason and one reason only, because it was free. It was free with Ibotta. I know I mentioned that a lot. I have a link down in the description for anybody that hasn't tried Ibotta before. They have free items all the time. Now I know this is pure junk. This is really not anything healthy, but we will use it. And they do have things, a lot of the time they have freebies that are actual real food, and they're a lot more nutritious. But one of the first things I say whenever people ask me, how are you supposed to stock up if you're on a very limited budget and you barely get by from week to week? And one of the first things I always say is, I'll take anything I can get for free. And that's true. So I take freebies from Ibotta. I also got this tahine. This was a clearance find, so I grabbed a couple of these because, you know, I like to have my seasonings. This is a big box of pancake and waffle mix, the Great Value. Pancakes are a great item to have in your food storage because this is a just add water mix. So if you just have a box of pancake mix, which is super inexpensive and will keep for quite a while, and you have a little container of syrup, and you can have a really filling breakfast. And then I got 5 jars of our family's favorite salsa. They just changed the packaging on this. The jar looks different, but it's the same thing. Got 2 bottles of this secret sauce, which is basically like Big Mac sauce. Basically, we like this a lot. We just used up a bottle of this, so I bought 2 to replace it. That's a way that I go about stocking up on things if I don't want to spend a lot all at once. I use 1 and buy 2. Now this was a clearance find. I got quite a bit of bug spray actually, because I did look it up and DEET does not expire. So this will stay good. Now I really absolutely don't like bug spray. Like, I almost never use it, but sometimes my family members want it, and if you are in a survival situation, you never know what you might want. So these are the smaller little bottles, so they're handy to keep in your vehicle, keep in your backpack. Those were 75 cents. I did get this one, was only, I think this was $1, and it's a really big bottle, unscented. I got a couple of these. I think these were 75 cents also. They're like the family care, so they're smooth and dry, and they smell a little bit better. So we should have a good variety of bug sprays, and I should not have to pay full price for those probably ever for the rest of our lives. I got some different hand sanitizers that were on clearance. You know, when the pandemic first started, they just flooded the market with all of these random brands of hand sanitizers, and now, of course, they're all on clearance. So I used that opportunity to stock up. I also don't really like hand sanitizer. I don't use a ton of that, but I do keep it in my car and use it on my hands after I leave a store, or after I pump gas or whatever. This was another really great find in the clearance aisle. Pink Eye Relief. It's a homeopathic medication, but it would always be good to try something natural, and if you were ever in a situation where you couldn't get to the doctor, this would be great to have. Marked down to $1 from $6.44. I thought that was a really great deal. I grabbed 3 of those. This was not on clearance. It was just something I wanted to add extra to our first aid supplies, bulk up on some anti-itch creams, hydrocortisone creams. Here's a couple, well, this I found on clearance. This I thought was a great deal because we do use probiotics. And probiotics actually are really good for your immune system, also in your immune function. These were marked down to $8 from $21.76, I think that says. I thought that was an amazing deal. And then I did get a pack of these toothbrushes. I buy these a lot because this is only $1 for this 6-pack at Walmart. So I love to pick these up whenever I think about it. So having extra toothbrushes on hand is a really good thing to have. Then I grabbed this little thing of detergent. It's just to add to our stash. It was just a good deal with some different rebates that I had. And the shampoo and conditioner. I have the hardest time keeping a stockpile of shampoo and conditioner. especially conditioner, because with all the girls in the house, we really go through it. So I pick up a little bit whenever I can. Sometimes I find a really good deal, like a whole clearance, like they're clearancing out the whole area. I will buy bags and bags and bags of it, but still, it goes pretty fast around here. I did find these on clearance. This is just like not really a fire extinguisher, but like a little mini spray fire extinguisher. I thought they would be handy to have around. They're marked down from $9.97 to $2.50, so I thought that was a good deal. And then, of course, I grabbed a pack of toilet paper. I do try to grab one of those pretty often. This is one of the toilet papers that we like, so if they have this in stock, because our toilet paper aisle has been pretty bare, and a lot of times they won't have this one in stock, and since I'm not out and I don't really need it, I wait until I can find the one that I prefer. And then I also did get some of the flushable wet wipes. We try to keep a lot of these on hand. They're good to have. They can fill in for toilet paper. I got 2 things of cotton swabs. You definitely don't want to run out of those. Those are kind of like a comfort thing to me. Like if my ears get wet in the shower or any other place, I absolutely have to clean them out with a cotton swab or I just feel icky. So I just want to make sure I never run out of these. Well, guys, that's all we've got for today. I hope you maybe got some inspiration, got some ideas, saw some things you maybe hadn't thought of before. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I want to take a moment just to give a special shout out to one of our viewers, Hannah S. from Maine. Thanks for always watching. This is Jara with Wicked Prepared. Survive today, thrive tomorrow. We'll see you next time.